transport costs. Why? Because with DMB flat duty rates, my expenses will be more manageable. I can see my business thriving.
Every moment spent with my son brings back wonderful memories.
I tell you, my son, with my digital skills, now one can create games in a website.
Esoro, vote number 1 on the ballot.
Welcome back to the Channel One Newsroom. Let's still stay with election-related stories. And in the Dome-Kwabenya constituency, traditionally a stronghold of the governing New Patriotic Party, voters are sharply divided over who will secure their votes in the upcoming elections. While some support the NPP for policies they believe have alleviated economic struggles, others feel the current economic challenges could weaken the party's influence. In this report, Channel One News's Adwa Tinkrama Domina and Ajubi Afia Kentin gauge voter sentiments and speak with key political figures ahead of the polls.
MPP na metro. It's say MPP wayebi. Do me ba nko free education. Enyame wayebi. Ti MPP na me the metro.
MPP for sure ewiasa ye dey. Je ne boto ba ko 30 million. E dey asem na be wiase.
As election day approaches, voters in Dome-Kwabenya are voicing divided opinions on their choices. Although the constituency has been a stronghold of the New Patriotic Party, some constituents feel neglected in terms of local development, challenging the ruling party's hold here.
Me bet na ha meti makase be almost 15 years ni e kwane enye kora mine mu asai sama NDC teso no na eye kama pa no kora de wo ha na waka na bibia koboko be se de bibia sei ye bibia ye kwan o ye sika samo ye didie mo ye bibia Ghana bibia sei mi free Kintampo side ho first se mi fi he kwa Kintampo a mi kita 100 cedis 200 cedis mi twi bayre mi timi digwa bibia de ba last 2 weeks na me ko ho no me ko duru ho mako auto 5 cedis aketua bi nto skituwa bi bayre kwa de un kita 100 cedis 200 cedis wonya bayre nto.
From police station downwards to Kwabenya had a twa to atwene city kwa hakwan ko de asikura kantimi nko kantimi mba wo de oni kire mu fa aboko ayi abogba eko aboko bi so a ekwan ni nyina basa na wo sakihia inside no krompo a ohimba o ka be kwa ha city se pia oto ansa na watimi akọ na ye ka no nde se me yere nyam sesi na se bia se papa chew awo ka no wan hwe ko be wo kwa mama.
Located in the Ga East municipality, Dome-Kwabenya borders Amasaman, Trobo, Madina, Ayawaso West Wogon, and Equiapim South. Historically, it has favored the NPP. This year's race features a new candidate from the New Patriotic Party, Michael Aaron Okwe, Chief Executive of the Free Zones Authority and son of former MP and Speaker of Parliament, and the NDC's Faustina Elikplim Akrugu, the party's first two-time candidate in this constituency. With these contenders, who will earn the mandate?
Makekwe domi kwensi oyadi. Domi MP makekwe oyadi. Shejumo abaye amaye obo patamaye. Oye bibia obaye ya market yempo amaye. Ye ni den. Nti dia nyame de na ba ne ye pen. So abaye anipa obaye bi wa maye ni nyina. Nyame na si nti nyame esi ne pepepe.
Now they have given him the mandate. The man is not even coming to do campaign. I thought of it yesterday. I said, this man, how is he going to win in this area? He has to really come round, talk to us, convince us, and let us know his policy and the things he's coming to do for us before we vote for him.
In the 2020 elections, under the leadership of Sarah Joasafo, the NPP's vote share fell from 68% in 2016 to 58.35%. The NDC's Faustina Akrugu gained significant ground, and many now feel the NPP is losing traction, partly due to the controversies surrounding the incumbent MP's prolonged absenteeism from Parliament. However, NPP candidate Michael Okoye Jr. is confident that the party will retain its influence in the constituency.
Well, I mean, all I have to say is that new king, new law. We have a different candidate, so we're expecting different results. That's all I can say. I can't talk about what happened in the past because I wasn't the MP then. So we'll see what happens. By the grace of God, MPP will win in Dome-Kwabenya. We know that. But we are being humble and asking God to even bless us more with more votes.
Meanwhile, the NDC believes the challenges faced under the current administration and the perceived disengagement of the incumbent MP favor their candidate.
The economy, the way governance is being, run in this country, and the kind of things that Ghanaians are going through, you cannot tell me that Dome-Kwabenya is different. I'm buying the same fuel. I'm going the same market with them. And we are feeling it. The hit, all of us are feeling. You yourself, I believe you feel the hit. So they should be very careful of the way they are, even though I will not advise them. But we are going to show them surprise this time.
Yet, some loyal NPP constituents argue that policies like the Free Senior High School initiative have helped alleviate hardships, reinforcing their support for the ruling party.
And say, meba, obi say, obetuan school fees ni bi. Na mesuma to ton ho nyoma. Na me na ko me mfa so amenya no.
In the estate community of Ashoman, residents share what issues will influence their votes on election day.
The first one is the digital world that we say. Today I can stand here if I don't have a car, book Uber, whatever you can call it, and they will come and pick me. So I'll look at that one first. And then second, education. To me, education, I know the double track and whatever they are talking about sometimes is quite hard, but people are going to school.
Both parties remain optimistic, each claiming the current political landscape in Dome-Kwabenya favors their chances of winning.
I don't see anybody winning straight away unless something happens. But it can be a 50.7, as you know. It can be 51.2. It could be anything as close as that. And that is why I'm telling my fellow Ghanaians, please, fellow Ghanaians, go and vote for number one in abundance.
That's me. I'm going around. The people, when you talk to them, tell you, don't even waste your time. Don't waste your time. They know what to do. And I believe very strongly by, on the 8th, it won't go to on the 9th. That on the 7th, within some few hours, you hear that Dome-Kwabenya has changed.
The parliamentary candidates of the two leading political parties are confident of emerging victorious in this year's elections.
The big question is, will the NPP be able to maintain the winning streak, or will the NDC be able to break the 20-year hold the Elephant Party has in this constituency? Constituents will decide. Reporting for Channel One News, my name is Ejubi Biafe Akente.
And I am Ajua Tenkrama Domina.
Now, the NPP has unveiled a series of ambitious tax policy proposals as it gears up for the 2024 general election. These include a flat-rate tax system, reforms to the VAT regime, a tax amnesty program, and the abolition of the controversial e-levy. The party aims to simplify Ghana's tax structure and make compliance easier for taxpayers. But how practical are these proposals, and what impact could they have on the economy? Ni Late investigates and has more in the following report.
A careful look at the NPP's 2024 manifesto shows that the party has promised to implement wide-ranging tax reforms to shape the country's economic landscape. One can count 10 tax proposals. One is the flat-rate tax system, which will be similar to that of Estonia. it is the same rate being applied to all taxpayers. The idea is to simplify tax administration and ease compliance. Policy number 2 is VAT reforms, that is, to merge all levies into single line items, and this merged levy will be treated as part of input and output VAT to eliminate cascading effects in current regime. Policy number 3 is a tax amnesty program, a one-time tax amnesty for the year 2025 to waive all interest and penalties. Policy number 4 is betting tax abolishment, which is to remove the tax on investment income on bet winnings. Policy number 5 is to reduce withholding tax for all small-scale gold exports up to 1% to discourage smuggling. These tax reform proposals may offer potential benefits, including broadening the tax base and fostering a more inclusive digital economy. However, they also pose some significant challenges to revenue generation. The Ghana Union of Traders Association (GUTA) mainly imports goods into the country and is often concerned about taxes. What is their thoughts on these plans? Dr. Joseph Obin is president of GUTA.
The tax that we pay is very high, and then people make compliance very low. And so the key to revenue enhancement is compliance. And how do we ensure compliance? Is to simplify the tax system and also make it affordable. And that is all that we seek.
8 years ago, businesses grappled with what were then termed as nuisance taxes. The opposition party at the time, the NPP, campaigned heavily on the promise to abolish these taxes if elected, giving rise to their mantra of transitioning the country from taxation to production. In 2017, the NPP government fulfilled part of its promise by eliminating 11 nuisance taxes, offering relief to businesses. So what more are they promising the citizenry this time around? Policy number 6 is investment tax credit for startups, which will strategically focus on critical sectors of the economy and also for the first 3 years of their operation. With regards to other policies, digitization of tax administration will reduce leakages, ease filing processes, improve efficiency, and also broaden the tax base. Policy number 8 is a flat rate for all importers. Policy number 9 is to harmonize port charges to ensure that duties are reduced and ports in the country becoming more competitive. Perhaps the most controversial element of the NPP's tax reform policy is the abolishment of the e-levy. But does the NPP have any justifications for these proposals? Dennis Miracles Abuaji speaks for Dr. Baumia's campaign team.
He's introducing the flat tax rates, basically to ensure that if you are buying a 40-feet container from Germany filled with Benz mirror, and I'm also buying 40-feet container from Germany filled with Benz mirror, we all know how much we are paying. And you know before your container even sails, so that it doesn't get here, then it says it's demurrage and all of that. It sails and you know it's coming and you know how much you're going to pay. And when it gets to the port, there's no negotiation and discussion with the GRA officer or the taxman.
But with these proposed tax reforms by the NPP in mind, do they appear to align with expectations to expand the tax base and enhance efficiency in revenue collection? I have been engaging some players in the industry. Francis Timoboy is a tax consultant.
You should have a tax system where everybody pays, so that if all of us are going for one rate, then it's good. I think that if we don't calibrate it very well, it will benefit the high income earners and then the poor will suffer. Again, if it's not well calibrated, you know we are under IMF. Anything that leads to revenue loss, they will not be happy with it. The NPP again said they are going to do tax amnesty. Something that some of us have spoken against it, that it is too early to do that. 2017 we did one, 2022, 2020, 2021, 2022 we did one, then 2025 you're going to do another one. You are sending some signal to the tax system that if you don't comply, another government will come and forgive you. So why comply? And I think that it's too early for us to do that.
The objective of the NPP's tax reforms is to enforce compliance, minimize tax evasion, and discourage tax avoidance. The party's huge responsibility will be to balance revenue generation with other issues such as production bottlenecks, high cost of living, as well as financial inclusion should they win. But more importantly, as the election draws closer, it will be the ability of the NPP to communicate the benefits of these reforms and respond to criticisms to secure voter confidence about their economic management.
The success of the NPP's tax reforms will be dependent on the mode of implementation as well as their alignment with broad economic goals. Should the election go in favor of the NPP, it will be crucial for the party and the government of the day, for that matter, to work closely with key stakeholders such as the GRA, citizens, businesses, and other agencies to ensure that these tax policies support economic growth and also meet the expectations of both domestic and international partners. My name is Ni Latte Latte, reporting for Channel One News.
This is still the Channel One Newsroom on Channel One TV. Still to come. Independent presidential candidate Nana Kwame Bediako promises inclusive leadership for youth and women. Please don't go away. The Channel One Newsroom will be back in a moment.
John, mema wakwaba.
Yeah, sir.
Alaji, mema wakwaba.
Yeah.
John, I had a bro, one on them.
I really am a gun and Tina Menamo, and America can be Jano. Tono Tina Masaba.
Alaji, I had a bro.
Yo, Medasi. Moamonim, Tamana, Amawa, which you Mumiana, Name Bobo and Kakra. As they say, dear, my crowd say, me person me be wareno. Namiko CSL. Name man sign Jan and Nasubium, no your crabeshe.
Yo, I was not for, yes, Empire. Yo, I'm a Ghana. What's wrong?
Mean to me, ain't son. Your bread baby, I would have fair way. I'm an who. Baby. Mean to me, beyond. Forward ever, backwards. Never.
John, wo okwanya wo de me very fast. Ahokyere, ekom, dum so. Hwa me nana no mi. Ya free SHS ya ba ya. Kom anya school anko. Edake ya o ma yefe.
Ase o ma se sambe sha obo. Sa ahomache 2 o'clock kokra. Meko band, na makwa ko yiska. E de abra magana. Na mabɔ ne dwetire ama na starting kokon ketenkete.
Hey!
Akonta, you are still incompetent.
2% side mama abrabo eto chacha to say aviator. There be emaso.
Alhaji has also promised us jobs through digitalization. Ejimambe busise.
Alhaji de metene so a ne masore. Emiri bia mekani abesa no. Otimi to kanea light e woni phone so. Emma me bia wonam bia. Yo amagana. Enya me me ware amawo. Alhaji ni Jones ni wa choose.
No ababa say. Eye Alhaji number 1.
Alhaji number 1.
Esuro.
Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have live and both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
Tell me, is this thing on now? I've been working long like a marathon now. Tying up words, making them a bomb now. Tell me, we too lonely alone now. I got a message when they put it in a song now. I'll see you later, all the haters got it wrong now.
Tank 300, where power meets elegance. Call us on 0501 772222 or 0501 773333.
Dr. Baumian once said,
"We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport."
in 2020, we will promise an airport and a harbor. Fast forward to today, absolutely nothing. Show working. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Introducing Rexona Non-Stop Protection 72-hour antiperspirant with breakthrough microtechnology that forms a stronger sweat barrier. Tested to the limit, even during the most intense workouts.
Still clean, dry, and fresh for longer.
Try the new Rexona 72-hour non-stop protection for clean, dry, and fresh underarms every day.
Get ready.
Every objection against you is hereby dismissed.
For Impact 2024 with the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams.